Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man Mario, host of the Random Select podcast. Y'all know what it is. It's the podcast that can be turned all the way up, and it's the podcast that lets you know that it is on and popping in the world. Um, yeah, it's that time. it's that time. It's that time. It's been a minute since I've been hanging out with you guys, but I truly appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, sticking with me. Been a while since there's been an episode, but we gonna try to make it do what it do, as my man Lee Jack say from the Total Podcast. And sometimes it is what it is, like my girl Diane say, it is what it is. But I'm back in the swing of things, and I don't know what else to tell you other than it's been a busy time. I've got a lot of things going on in my world. So, right now, part of what's going on in my world, I'm about to share with you guys really quick. So, y'all just hang in there with your man and just know that it's all good. You feel me? So, yeah, that's how we doing this thing. So, y'all know, as always, before we get into all of this stuff, you can go to therandomselect.com. You can find all the latest other podcasts and get it all up there. We out there on Facebook, social media, everywhere that there are podcasts. Y'all know what it is. You just type in Random Select and we out there. Don't forget to go to randomselect@gmail.com. We out there as well. So don't forget all of those things. And yeah, we out there. We trying to make it happen in the world. So don't forget all of that good old stuff. We out there, y'all. All right. So recently, and I ain't gonna hold you guys long. I just want to get in here, get this in, and get up out of here. You know what I mean? So recently, the NFL draft just happened, and for a lot of people, it brings back up that old thing that you see all these young black guys with all these different girls, with their babies and things of that nature, and you see like a lot of them with white girls, and a lot of black women are saying, why are so many of these young guys with white girls, and why does it all have to play out that particular way? And I'm saying it's a thing of choice. That doesn't make you racist. That doesn't make you hate your black women. That doesn't make you any particular way. Now, some of these fools, it does, but at the end of the day, when it comes to loving somebody, it's my choice ultimately. You understand what I'm saying? So in the process of it being your choice, there's a few things that I need for a lot of you women to keep in mind, and a lot of you people who asking about racism to keep a few things in mind. And I'm about to break that down for you so you can truly understand what I'm telling you, right? So when it comes to certain things, it doesn't necessarily make me a racist, right? It's just that when I tell you I prefer a black woman over any other type of woman, white woman or whatever, but especially when it comes to white women, people always say, well, you racist. And I believe, truth be told, you love who you love, because it's hard to find anybody, don't matter what color they is, it's hard to find that person to love. You love who you love. And just because I prefer one over the other does not make me racist, or does not make me hate on the other that I did not choose. Here's the big thing y'all need to understand, and I need y'all to kind of really listen to me good. Whether you got your earphones in or you're looking at your phone or however you choose to listen, I need you to really pay attention to this particular part right here. It's not that I hate on the white woman. It's just that I love the black woman more, right? There's no hate on that side whatsoever when you prefer to be with a black woman. It's just because it just unequivocally, exponentially, I love my black women more than I love any other particular race, because this is me and me only. This is my preference, and I'm not saying this for nobody else to jump on this bandwagon. Don't care if I was on this bandwagon alone, but I'm just telling you, I'm on this bandwagon for the simple reason that me personally, right? I watched a black woman raise me. I watched a black woman raise me by herself. My father was nowhere around. I didn't see my father till I was 33 years of age. Anybody who knows my story knows that, that's how it played out. And I seen the strength, I seen the resolve, I seen the determination in a black woman's eyes. Not just a black woman, a queen. I seen the determination. I seen what it takes to raise a young man by herself, to get him to be a grown man. And all the trials and tribulations that I took my mama through, she deserved whatever you feel that pedestal that a woman or anybody should be on for doing something miraculous, doing something really brave and bold, she deserves. You know what I mean? If they had a medal of honor for parenting, my mom would deserve it. Just like I'm sure most mothers would deserve it, especially black mothers. Because I grew up in a neighborhood, and a lot of my friends can attest to this, and this, as the kids like to say, this is no cap. There were not many fathers around in the neighborhood. Like I say all the time, we had quote-unquote uncles, but, that's all it was. Quote-unquote uncles, you know what I mean? But as far as your real father go, no. And I'm not saying that a lot of people didn't know their fathers. People did. They spent time with them and things like that. But the father just wasn't there on a regular basis. But the reason I say that I prefer a black queen, a black woman over any other race, I just love them exponentially more than I love the next person, because I've seen what they've gone through. And me personally, I could never take that for granted. I could never put that to the back burner and play like that. It hasn't played a major role in my life, because it has. And then once again, I speak for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm not trying to get you to roll in a particular way, because as I said earlier, you love who you love. There's nothing we can do about that. You love who you love. I mean, it is what it is, right? But for me, and I heard Dr. Umar Johnson, I think it was, say this a while back, right? Say you a ball player, you just got drafted by the NFL, and you choose this white woman, right? And for whatever reason y'all break up, for whatever reason you die, your money, your hard work, what you're trying to build to get generational wealth goes over into her particular family. And her family has already had a head start in the race. Her generation, her lineage has already had a head start as far as the race go. And then you take that away from what could have been your family's generational wealth. And I'm just looking at it from that particular standpoint. Now, a couple years ago when Dr. Umar said this, we just assumed that him and a couple more people were just black wing nuts. And when I say black wing, I mean just like you got the left wing, you got the right wing when it comes to politics, then you got the black wing. We thought that he was a radical black wing nut, right? And he may have had his issues, he may have had whatever with raising money for the school or whatnot, but when you start unwrapping some of what he say, not everything, but some of what Dr. Umar says, it has merit to it. It has some validity to it. If you take out the fact that you jumping on that bandwagon that everybody sees him as a black wing crackpot, right? If you take that out the equation and truly open up your mind and listen to some of the things he say, and once again, I want to just say that not all things, but some of the things he say is some truth to it. Now, some of the things he say is built around some, reverse racism. But some things that's wrapped inside of reverse racism, and you keep on unwrapping, there's some truth to that. Now, I exponentially love my black women more than I love any other type of woman. And I be damned if I go out here and have a chance to elevate and take someone on a journey and it not be my black woman. I couldn't do it. I mean, I just could not in good faith do it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we got this narrative that's saying that black women are loud, black women are disobedient, black women don't know how to shut up, black women don't know how to take care of a household, black women don't know how to take care of their man. And I'm looking around when I hear people say shit like that. I'm like, so when did that start? Because everything you said is what we did to hold us down. Is what they did to hold us down. Because think about this. Really just I know we can't fix our mind to think of a past gone era. We can't envision ourselves being in certain situations in certain places. I know we can't, because we just not built like that. We are definitely a society of what have you done for me lately, me too, right now, and all of those things like that, right? I understand that. I understand that we could never think that way. We could never think that how whatever somebody else went through. We read the stories, we read the history books, we say it's messed up. Man, that's a damn shame. And then you move on, right? So I'm trying to get you to understand, right? When you think about a group of women, no one has been put on the back burner, abused, and expected to bounce back and be okay and be all right like a black woman, right? Now think about this. A black woman, especially, I'm just going to keep it to the slavery days. Let's just keep it to the slavery days to make it easy for you to understand, just to make sure you get what I'm about to say. You get what I'm trying to make you understand. Let's just say doing slavery. She had to deal with the master, plantation owner, potentially raping her, doing whatever he wanted to do to her and demeaning her. Deal with the slave owners, the master's wife and kids, talking and doing whatever, demeaning her, disrespecting her. And then when the boys got of age, feel like they can rape and do whatever they want to the black woman too. Then meanwhile, whenever she done at the big house, she got to go back to the slave quarters and still try to build up that black man who's been demeaned all day by the white man. Still got to come home and still know how to keep her mouth shut, know how to make him feel like he is something, that he is worth more than shit. Build him up, and for him to get back up and go out there and deal with all that shit again, to keep him from running away, because you got a family. Then after she get through taking care of the slave master family all day, she got to go home and cook and clean and do for her family. So, and then when y'all say they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to be quiet, how many times have she had to stifle her mouth in front of the slave master and the slave master wife and the slave master kids? How many times have they probably been slapped because that slap or that anger should have went somewhere else, but because she was there, she took it and she was the weaker of the two, and they could do it with and feel no retribution came back because she's a woman. So when y'all say that a black woman don't know how to shut up, you're wrong about that. Don't know how to cater to the man, you're wrong about that. Don't know how to be don't know how to be respectful and keep their mouth closed. They've been doing it for 400 years, being respectful, keeping their mouth closed, taking care of the men, building men up. At some point, when do you understand and realize that this motherfucker right here is not worth building up? This motherfucker right here is not worth me shedding my mouth for. This motherfucker right here is not worth me for me to cater to him. Sometimes just because you a man don't mean that you all the amenities that goes along with being a good man don't mean that every man is entitled to those amenities. Just like every amenity that's entitled to a good woman should not go to every woman, because some things we have to earn. We think just because you a man, certain things are supposed to be given to you. If that's the case, just because you a man, you would have never saw slavery. Your freedom should have just been given to you. Just because you a man don't entitle you to shit. So stop expecting a woman to just give you things and you're entitled just because you're a man. So we got this narrative that says the black women don't know how to do all of these things, but at the same time we don't have this narrative that says the black man that says that the black woman don't know how to do all these things. is a black man that don't deserve none of them fucking things. See, it's a two-way street. You just can't walk into a relationship and because you got a dick and you got a pair of balls and you got a deep voice means that you're entitled to things right off the bat without even earning them. Means that you walk in, you got 10 things on your list, automatically 5 of them are checked off just because God made you a male. So when people try to paint this narrative that all black women don't know how to hold it down for us black men, that shit pisses me off because I saw my mama hold it down and make sure that I had what I need and make sure that she taught me the value of a good woman. And she always used to stress good woman because she used to tell me just like all men ain't worth it, all women ain't worth it. Because sometimes the worst crime you could perpetrate against yourself is to give your love and your time to a person who don't fucking deserve it. That is a crime against yourself. And my mama used to tell me that all the time. If you gonna go out and you gonna do things, make sure you go out and do things that's gonna benefit you and that's totally for you and about you. That way, once you understand who you are, once you understand what makes you happy and what makes your boat float, then in turn, you can go out and make someone else happy and do for them. But a lot of us go out and we say things like a black woman don't know how to cater to a man when first of all, you haven't did anything to earn the right to be catered to. Sometimes y'all say a black woman don't know when to shut up, so she's supposed to just sit by and let your dumb ass spew dumb stuff that's not true. How long you supposed to sit by before you say, baby, I don't think that's right, or just flat out and say, motherfucker, that's wrong, and I ain't following that? Because I tell y'all all the time, all y'all keep saying a man is supposed to lead. Some of y'all couldn't lead a goddamn woman out of wet paper bag, but y'all talking about y'all supposed to lead. So miss me with all that bullshit. Some things have to be earned, and I'm only saying this because I'm old enough now to have seen a few things, been through some things. And as I tell y'all all the time, if I've been through some things, then you've been through some things. And once you come out the other side of been through some things, been through some shit, then you understand being just a man doesn't entitle you to anything, just like being a woman doesn't entitle you to anything. Sometimes y'all have gotten women and the people who have told you just because you're a man, you deserve certain things. Just because you're a man, this woman's supposed to do that. And I'm telling you, you as a man have to look yourself in the mirror and say, what did I do to earn this? A lot of y'all think because you go to work and you come home and you pay the bills that she's supposed to bow down and cater to you. Being in a relationship is more than just the financial part of it. Don't get me wrong, you need the financial part of it. But people still want to feel like they loved. People still want to feel like they're desired. People still want to feel like they're respected. And their opinion matters and it counts. So if you just want a woman to be very submissive and just cater to you and shut up and just go along as you see fit, good luck on finding that woman in 2022. Because they've done all that for 400 years. And as we've learned, even a dog get tired. So to all these black men who chooses to be with black women, I don't have no issue with that. I ain't racist. I ain't hating on it. It's totally your choice. Just like I choose to be with my black woman is my choice. It's not the fact that I hate on the white woman. It's just the fact that I love my black women more. And y'all gotta understand and stop calling people racist just because they choose not to be with a particular race or the thing. Same for white people. Just because they decide they don't want to date black don't make them racist. Maybe they just love their white people more. Even though some of them are racist and some of us black people are racist too. And people say, well, black people can't be racist. Well, if you think black people can't be racist, that says a lot about you. And I got some seafront property I want to sell you around the corner because we can be racist. A lot of us are racist. It's just that once again, it's all wrapped around the narrative of how you see things. What your perception of things is how in your mind they really are. And you don't give a damn that it's just a perception. You understand? You don't care that it's a perception. In your mind, it's the real deal. So as long as it's the real deal, then that's all that matters. In your brain, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But I love my black women. And a lot of these guys who got drafted at the NFL draft, they got the white women by their side. And I hope it lasts forever, because love is one of them type of things. You hope you get it no matter what. So that's all I wanted to do. I just want to leave that with y'all, and just to say that it's my choice. Stop telling me that I don't like white women. Stop telling me that, I'm racist. I'm not racist. I just love my black sisters, my queens, infinitely more than I love everybody else. All right, with that being said, your boy is out. Your man is out. You've been listening to the Random Select Podcast. It's the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk, and it's the podcast that lets you know that podcasts can be turned all the way up. Until the next time, people, my yo.